Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you my skin story, tell you a little bit about it, and also I'm going to be doing a product review on the L'Oreal True Match foundation. Let's get into it. My skin story starts with my heritage, which is an Australian father and an English mother. So I've got a bit of a mix of skin that burns easily, that can be quite pale, and skin that gets quite a nice tan if subjected to the sun. Here are some photos of my family. This is myself and my mother, and as you can see, she's quite pale. I try and convince her all the time to try like gradual tanning moisturizers, but I think she's used them like once. And then this is my father, who, as you can see, that's me as a kid. As you can see, he has quite a nice tan, and he tans very easily in the sun, which I'm quite jealous of, although he should probably wear more sunscreen in my opinion, if you're watching this, Dad. These are some other photos of me. You can kind of see my skin there. It's so clear. Gosh, I wish that was my skin now. You can see that I'm starting to get freckles, and this pretty much sums me up as a child. Always hanging out with animals. And this one right here pretty much sums me up throughout my entire life, which is animals and on the phone. That still explains me now. I was pretty much always outside as a child, but my mother always made sure that I was wearing an SPF and always wore a hat and often a rash vest as well, just to make sure that I really didn't catch that sun. I still ended up developing freckles, and I still have them now. You can probably see freckles on my skin. They aren't as bad at the moment because I haven't really been out in the sun, but when I do spend a lot of time in the sun, I get like a little freckle moustache right above my lips, and it's so funny. The other thing that I think is quite noticeable about my skin is that I was attacked by a dog when I was younger, so I have a scar on my nose, although not a lot of people notice it, but occasionally someone will ask about it. So it kind of runs down the side of my nose here and underneath my eye a little bit, and I have asked for years to see photos of this because my mum just says it was so horrific at the time, and obviously now to me it's not that bad. And so I finally found this little photo. I don't know if you can see the scar, but it's there, and I was like, finally I can see what everyone was talking about. My skin generally flushes pretty easily in the sun, so I kind of always look burnt even if I'm not. Even just from driving my car, I often have a little bit of a red arm, and I used to get teased about it all the time. So I do also tan quite naturally if I am out in the sun for any length of time. I go red for a day or two, and then I go brown. For this reason, I do like to fake tan. I do have days off where I'll stay my pale skin colour, but I do like to have a bit of a tan, so I always fake it till you make it, and I never really try and get a real tan. So this is my skin. This is as natural as it gets, flaws and all, and now let's move on to the foundation. One of the biggest makeup mistakes I see people making as a makeup artist and as just a makeup wearer is wearing the wrong foundation for your skin tone. So the thing that I love about the True Match foundation is not only does it match your skin tone, but it matches your skin's undertone as well. So it doesn't matter if you have very pale skin or very dark skin, or if you have warm, cool or neutral skin, because you can find a colour to match you. So warmer colours are generally yellow based and cooler colours are pink based, and neutral are a little bit of both. When I'm buying foundation, I always like to have two colours, a paler colour and a warmer colour, so that I always have an option for when I'm at my palest and when I'm at my most tanned, and then for all the days in between I just mix the two together. When I'm tanned, my skin tends to throw warmer tones, more yellow tones, so that's why I am W4. And when I'm pale, my skin is a bit of a mix of the two. It's not too warm, but it's not too cool, which is why I'm a neutral colour, and my colour is N2. Today I do have a bit of a tan, so I'm going to be using W4. And I'm going to do half of my face with a primer and the other half with nothing, just so we can see how it wears throughout the day with and without a primer. For the primer, I'm just going to use a L'Oreal Lumi Magique base. I figure L'Oreal foundation, I'll use a L'Oreal primer. I'm just going to use my fingers to apply this, and I'm going to do the same for the foundation, just so I can kind of run you through how it's feeling on my skin. So far I would say that it feels very easy to blend. even just with my fingers. It feels almost like a powdery liquid, and when I say, I mean, it doesn't feel powder exactly. This is kind of hard to describe. It doesn't feel so oily. You know how dewy foundations can feel quite oily? It doesn't feel like that. It's a bit more velvety. That's the word I was looking for, velvety. So far, I'm going to give this foundation 2 thumbs up, which I think is a pretty good result. It is medium to buildable coverage, I would say. The texture is very natural. It's not too matte and it's not too dewy, so I imagine that it would suit a lot of skin types. The colour is literally perfect for my skin tone. I hope you can see how well that has matched, and also it's knocked out all of my skin concerns or my minor skin concerns such as redness, my little pimple scar. I feel like it's done a really good job of covering them, considering I've just done 1 application of foundation. With this foundation, I really do think that you could even skip concealing if you wanted to stick to a more natural look. One tip I will give you for finding the right foundation for your skin tone is to always match your foundation to your chest rather than your neck or your face. The reason I say this is because your chest is going to be the most accurate colour for the rest of your body, and a lot of the time we hold more colour in our bodies than we do in our faces or our necks. So a lot of the time that means we have a paler face and a warmer body, and you don't want to be matching your foundation to your pale face or your pale neck and then having a very brown body. Just doesn't look right. So always match your foundation to your chest and then bring it up to make everywhere seamlessly one colour. And also, if you're shopping in store, I would also say to try your foundation on your chest and bring it up to your face if you want to, but then always go outside and look at it in a natural light, not the store lighting. Take a mirror with you and go outside and look in natural light, because that is going to be the most honest light you can find. While I'm here, I might take a photo with a flash and see if it has any flashback, because this does contain SPF 17. Looks pretty safe to me. All one colour from head to chest. I guess the reason I've done this video is to really encourage you to find a foundation that truly matches your skin tone. If you feel like you might need some help finding your true match foundation, you can head to www.findyourtruematch.com.au and take the quiz to find out what shade you really are. The other really exciting thing is that L'Oreal are hosting a competition right now, and you can win a year's supply of the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and they are picking, I'm pretty sure they're picking 5 winners every week that the competition runs. It started on the 8th, which you might have seen on my Instagram, so the 8th of this month, which is November, and it finishes on the 5th of December. So get in and make sure you enter the competition. You can enter it on Facebook or Instagram, and all you have to do is share your skin story the way I have shared mine today. I'll make sure I link the details below, but I will also do a full blog post on this, and in that blog post I will have all the T's and C's and everything you need to know about entering the competition. Okay, now I'm going to wear this foundation for a couple of hours and see how it wears on my skin. Okay, so it is now 5.5 hours since I applied the foundation, and I would say that it looks pretty much no different, which I'm quite surprised, because I really didn't put anything on this side and the primer on this side, and neither side has budged, which I'm very impressed with. I would say it looks a tiny little bit like it's moved from around here on my nose, and it's worn into my skin a little bit more, probably from the heat. It's been quite warm today and I have been outside multiple times. And other than that, I would say it still looks super fresh. The coverage is still there. I feel pretty good about it. Sticking with the 2 thumbs up, probably deserves 4 thumbs up for lasting that well. But yeah, I'm impressed. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I do get a lot of questions and requests to do videos on my skin, so I hope this did answer some of your questions. And I also hope you learned a little bit about how to match your foundation as well. Also, don't forget to enter the competition, because it's an amazing one. A year's supply, I still cannot get over that. And I will see you in the next video.